How's it gaming, guys? I'm PhilInTheBlanks, and welcome back to the Lost Turnabout. And in true Phoenix fashion, we've indicted Richard Wellington for the murder of Dustin Prince. Ooh! Ah! That's gonna hurt your neck, dude. Stop doing that. The end. Did I just win? I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I actually don't know what the term deep six means. I mean, I know what its meaning is. I just don't know where it comes from. Like what it means. Etymology is that? I don't know what its etymology is. Where it comes from. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, this is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. A stab! It's like Phoenix, no! This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he fell through the earth. Now, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. That's not how it works, I'm pretty sure. You're trying to prove one thing, not the other way around. You're accusing him. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. How about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that right. But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, M-A-G-G-E-Y, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground? But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? Maggie. That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. Ah, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yes, there was a way! It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Easy, because we know about the conversation and she said her name was Maggie. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Oh. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Dun dun dun. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is M-A-G-G-Y, but the name that was written on the ground was M-A-G-G-I-E. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek! Order! But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness would have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Well, now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. So if it was his phone, the phone that we found, then we already know that it's kind of illegal stuff because Maya had gotten a list of con names from that phone. So there we go. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone from the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops who raided the... Oh my god. I can't do it. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No! This is too much! Should have made him sound like Niles from Frasier. That would have been fun. I can't pull that off, though. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington? Well, Mr. Well, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said that exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. This is the third time I've been voice acting this. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why, then, would he need to kill anyone? This is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was the something that didn't agree with the witness? And it was the fact that she was walking with Dustin Prince, who was in his uniform. A police officer. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known that they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. Have I do anything suspicious? He might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Damn. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! That guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious phone call. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest clue the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? How dare you call me that? It feels so good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something it's overlooked. I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe the fingerprints on the phone. Because the numbers we already know about, so. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much! And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my... Now I remember! Beep. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Good. I finally found it. He looks normal there. He doesn't look that much of a creep, other than the weird like little eyelashy things he has, but whatever. So that's when. What a jerk. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you come up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Looks like I failed. Sorry, guys. We're done. Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant at the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit! What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go like that? You're raising objection, man. It's what you're good at. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove anything, it's over. For your client and for you. I mean, didn't they kind of prove that it wasn't her? Oh no, I guess he was the decisive evidence or whatever. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, okay. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright. This is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. I just pressed a button on my keyboard. Give me 1 second. I just need to make sure I didn't stop recording. Okay, we're good. Sorry. So, that would be... it's my business card. So, basically, he clearly has my phone, and he took the wrong phone by mistake. So, Let's present Phoenix's business card. Clearly I have more than one try, because it was only going to take 3 of my little things. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. That's very Japanese like that. Judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Can you use that for anything? Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card. And that is the back of the card. The card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but wouldn't a business card already have the number on it? I guess we'll just have his office, not his personal card. Whatever. But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. If the defense is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright, we are going to call my cell phone right now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things, too. Yay, Samurai. Steel Samurai's theme. Ah! What? Why is my phone? What is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. And that is it. He is down for the count. I'm never going to do those big yells. Oh, gee, look, that's a big yell. Down he is. I love that piece of music. It's really nice. So, that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding. It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. I'm so bad at my job. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Yay! Now everyone can get out of my courtroom. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yay, we did it. How are we on time? I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Oh, this is a really nice victory theme. I like this. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, oh god. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. That's depressing. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. Sorry, it's hard because they sound the exact same to me. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself, starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm going to make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. And that won't be the last we see of Maggie. She's a recurring character. I like her. Oh, what a horrible day. Got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back! At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. Wow, is that Phoenix? He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also been a good ally during others. The judge is an idiot. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Mine! This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? Oh, poor Mr. Payne. And this girl? Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, her sister died. That's how you found her? Oh my god, like so much happened. Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Because I have to start over from the very beginning, just like you if you didn't watch the first game of this. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. But that's a story for another day. That story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. The end. That is all for Phoenix Wright. This time, I am currently replaying... Who the hell are you? Currently replaying a game called Ghost Trick for the DS because it's about to be released on the Switch, Xbox, PS4, all that. And I'm going to see if it's something worth playing. Because normally I do another big Phoenix Wright case, which is multiple episodes. But I'm going to check to see if Ghost Trick is a short enough game that I can play that instead this year. So we won't probably not do any more Phoenix Wright this year. So we won't see Maya and whoever this girl is, Baby Maya, I don't know, until probably next year. But yeah, there we go. With that, thanks for joining in. I'm PhilInTheBlanks. See you guys next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.